Good evening, boys and girls. If it's good enough to be late for the Arsenal captain Aubameyang, it's good enough for the Highbury squad. We don't like to be tardy, but sometimes technology gets the best of you. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is indeed the Highbury squad. Happy Monday. Here we go. Welcome to another live edition of Monday Madness. It's the top 5 talking points with myself. That's me. Oh, I don't like this angle at all. We'll use this one instead. Super Kevin Campbell back in the house.
I was doing a bit of your sword shit.
Let me tell you this sword shit on technology, Kev. 1, 2. Let's get it. Let's get another one.
Cut the wires.
Cut the wires. Cut it all. Absolute garbage.
Drive us up the wall. It will drive us up the wall.
I mean, what are we going to do about it, Kev? There's nothing else to do about it because I think you can do this and get some technology fixed in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm pulling the wires by the looks of things there. Pulling all the wires out.
You certainly are. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live edition of the Highbury Squad. It's Monday. We are here. Squaddies in the house. We do apologize. We do not like tardiness at all. And, just happens. So hold on one second. Boy, Sophie, please tell KC to behave tonight. He's going to be telling us it's just pre-season after we well, maybe he'll surprise you. And maybe you missed the show where he said on Kevin Says on Friday that we will not bring in other players, perhaps because of other teams, not us. So just wait. Hold your horses. Don't know what's going to happen. All right. There's a lot to go through tonight. And Kev, how are you? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did actually. Was a busy weekend. Obviously, the championship started, so had quite a bit to do. But it's good. And this is the Monday of the start of the Premier League. And you know what? I've already been on a couple of podcasts. I've had Barneys all day. I'm loving it. I love it. If you get a chance, I'm telling you.
Have they been nice to you? Which one?
Check out. I mean, I done a live stream with Lee Judges earlier on, which was fine. But I done something with Daniel the Blind Gooner.
FFT saying Kev's everywhere today.
Listen, if you check out the stuff with the Blind Gooner, that Blind Gooner Daniel should be a politician. Because when I ask him to answer a yes or no question, he scoots around the edges and he ducks and he dives. He won't answer it.
Oh, I love him. He's such a top shelf guy.
He's brilliant. Daniel is absolutely brilliant.
We're getting a one. Oh, I forgot something very important for today's match. I'm going to mute myself for a second. I have a new thing for the show. It's coming, okay? Universal Greek wants to give me a one-match ban. Do you know what I'm ready for this season? Thank you, Maestro. I'm going to fish it out of my...
Aye. Nice.
It's my... So, Tony, she's like birthday gifting me because it's a month before my birthday, but it's a very significant milestone birthday.
Yeah.
And it's at the beginning of September. So she's... Kev is getting all the gifts. I get one gift a day every August. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I've got. I don't want to trump you or anything, but on Twitter, did you see? It's my unbirthday today. Did you see that?
How many times are people going to say "Happy Birthday, Kev"?
Listen. It's not my birthday, but if people want to unbirthday me and I'm still the same age, hey, I'm happy with it. I just asked Red Nose John and Lee Judges to send me my presents.
Listen, Red Nose owes you big time.
He said he sent it with carrier pigeon about 3 years ago. He's still not turned up.
Yeah, exactly. And I wonder if Gianni Judges, has some shades for you. For Colorado Gooner, happy birthday, Kev. All right, but this is okay. You're a football fan, okay? When one day this turns up on your thing, but you're most excited about this, Kev. I'm going to put my mic down. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Taking names this season.
You got the red and yellow card. Oh my God. Oh wow.
This is the best gift ever, Kev, because look.
Oh jeez.
I'm going to take our guest names. They're going to get reds. They're going to get yellows. And let me tell you something, squaddies. You are not immune to this. Kev, everyone's going to get booked and they may get... Their ban will be being blocked for 5 minutes, not being able to talk. Can you imagine Newman, Matthew, Taib, Liz, Mark, Matthew, all of these guys, Johnny Boy, not being able to speak for 5 minutes, Kev? Tony just gifted me the gift of
I hope I stay off that list.
Oh, Kev, you're going to get booked. There's no doubt about it.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm getting booked at some stage. But do you know what? In all my career, I never had a red card, ever. Never.
What?
Never had a
Really?
red card. Hey, what good am I getting a red card for the team? What good is that?
Well, I mean,
no good.
There'd be no goals for the team.
No good. It's no
Right?
good.
Yep.
So I got booked plenty of times, but no suspension and no red card.
Exactly. Look what's happening already. Zamir, I've given myself a yellow card. I'm in the book for
Yeah,
forgetting
give that
you.
Zamir a yellow card. I tell you, he deserves one straight off.
I'm getting abuse here from Jimmy. F you, Soph. I want to
He
get
wants
the
a red,
first-
doesn't he? He wants...
Ah.
Oh, jeez.
I love it. So this season, this is what we're doing. We're brocking necks and we're giving out yellow and red cards. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of fun stuff happening. Newman just doesn't want to be bullied anymore. That's fine. I think you can take it. But yes, good evening, everyone. And thank you for indulging me for just a second because I thought that was fun and we're going to do that. And it starts tonight. So be careful, everybody. Be careful. And there's a birthday in here, Kev, from someone.
Other than
go back
me?
up. Yes. Your faux birthday is
Other than
actually
me and
Craig's.
you.
Yeah. Craig's real birthday. So, Kev, it's my birthday. I'm
Happy
out.
birthday,
Happy
Craig Malloy.
birthday, Craig.
Happy birthday to you, mate. And listen, keep being a significant member of the squaddies. We love it. We love you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Virginia, you better be careful. Demsec, all of you. I'm telling you. Jermaine, Daniel, every single one of you. Right, let's go.
South London's finest. Behave
South
yourself.
London's
'Cause
finest.
You know, South London's finest. You'll be getting in there as well.
Akindele, if it's your birthday tomorrow, come back tomorrow and we'll wish you a very happy birthday. I'm not going to start singing like...
Well, he's a Campbell, so he's all right. I'll give him that.
I know. Kev, I can't start singing Marilyn Monroe style to everyone. I
was thinking... Actually, I was thinking more Stevie Wonder.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. There you go.
Happy
See?
birthday.
Akindele, there you go. That's for tomorrow as well, by the way. You were singing that to me, so thank you for my unbirthday.
I was. Your unbirthday.
And I was singing it to you for the end of the month.
You get it again in February. Just
jeez. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh, I mean, now I'm being, Zamir's like saying, yeah, I'm stooping to PL level. Maybe I am. Who knows? But here we go.
Yeah. You get another one. You get another yellow in a minute, Zamir. Don't you start? I tell you.
Don't get the lawyer on you.
Don't get stroppy, mate.
All right, let's get on with the show. Thanks to everyone. Apologies for the late start. There was a technical glitch on my side that caused a glitch on Kevin's side.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, I got to tackle Kevin and took him out the game.
You put me in the right spot. You lifted me up and put me in the right spot.
Put you in the right spot. So, Kev, what's the general consensus then? You've been on a few shows today. Is everyone panicking?
Yeah. Not everyone. Daniel the Blind Gooner is just, this is his own words. I never used to be this negative, Kev, but the Arsenal have turned me this way. I said, listen, Daniel. Oh, he's suffering a little bit. He said, I need a couple of days off, he said. So he's not going on. He's not going on again until Thursday. He needs a break. After dealing with me, I brought him up, man. I brought him up.
To the point where he can't do another show for a few days.
Till Thursday. Yeah, he's not ready till Thursday. But the consensus, Sophie, is a little bit of what we spoke about. There are gaps in our squad. It's virtually the same old, same old. We know we need quality in the squad, and some people just don't see light at the end of the tunnel. And it's hard. It's hard to take.
I know. It's really hard to take. And I love this one from Polymation here. I love how happy we are before we start talking about the Arsenal. I'm going to get to my 5 talking points. It's going to be a little bit fluid. And then we have a new segment as well towards the end of the show on Mondays, as I promised a lot of gooners, and we'll get to that. Today, we've got Kev on. We're gonna do some rumbles here after the North London derby. Tomorrow is David Hillier with me and Kev, and we're going to give you our season predictions even before the transfer window ends, Kev. We're going to give it to them based on what we know. Thursday, we've got Akil coming back for a debrief and an update on what's happening with the AST. And also, he just found out that he's going to be a dad and he's going to have a boy. So lots of love to Akil. From everyone here at the Highbury
Brilliant.
Squad. Awesome stuff. Well done.
Brilliant stuff.
Well done. And then Friday we'll be here for the post-game show, of course. Now, Kev, I'm going to bring up my top 5 talking points, right? I think it becomes a little bit heightened the pre-season, and you take it a little bit more seriously when you play Chelsea. And you have some good moments, you have some bad moments, but overall, you kind of have the same moments you had last season, which is why you lost the game. And yes, there was a dubious decision about Joe Willock's shot crossing the line. It would have been a draw. But then you play the enemy, the rival, the hated, the despised, and you lose. And I don't care I don't care if it's a friendly or not. It's so upsetting and depressing when you lose to Tottenham. We agree on that, right, Kev?
100%, yeah.
So today I wanted to start. My number 1 point is this high press and this high line that seems to be a little higher than it was last season, Kev. And this juxtaposition of Arsenal playing in and out of possession and the style that he wants to play that suits maybe some team members and not others, i.e., if we're going to press high, we can't break fast because we're a slow moving team, a slow creative team. So that doesn't support Lacazette and Aubameyang. So I just want to take a couple steps back here and you can help me understand. It seemed like we were playing a lot higher because we want to obviously put the pressure on the team, get possession. But then once we have possession, we seem a little lost.
Look, there's 2 elements to pressing high. When you press high, it's obviously to put the opposition under pressure and to win the ball back as early as possible. So there's opportunities and gaps. But when you do win the ball back high, you have to have the quality to pick people out. And that's the part that we lack, whether we like it or not. I thought we done okay for the game yesterday. I didn't think we played too bad. Our issue is we are not ruthless at the top end of the pitch, and it proved it. Spurs didn't have most of the possession, but they looked more dangerous than us whenever they got the ball into Son and Bergwijn and all those guys. They looked to have a bit more cutting edge than us. We didn't look to have a cutting edge. We had no real physical presence up the top end of the pitch. So again, playing pressing is fine. I've got no problem with that. But we need that quality. That's the difference. Because you go in the lead, then the opposition have to open out. But when you don't take the lead, it costs us.
So one of the keys to this is when you press so high, Kev, if you get caught on the counter, if you lose possession, the other team can break quickly on you, right? And we're so far up. So can I ask you this question? I know Gabriel is unavailable right now, but if he's playing that way, okay, and he's asking his team to do these things, why are you playing Pablo Mari when he has 0 pace? He's not that kind of player. Can you explain that to me so I can understand it? Because you and I had a whole player profile on Pablo Mari. A lot of people enjoyed listening to that. We pointed out his strengths, his weaknesses. He's more of a Mertesacker kind of defender than like a Gabriel or a Ben White. He doesn't really have that pace. So can you help me understand why?
Well, that's the way the team plays. Is the risk of it is you've got to try and put the opposition under in order so they don't exploit the space. And I thought we done that pretty well for an hour or so yesterday. The key to it is you can play higher because you got Ben White there. I mean, they tried to hit Son over the top a couple of times, and Ben White saw that off nicely. Didn't need Mari to get exposed. Once you've got that, fine, you can play that way. But I think we kind of lost it a bit. As soon as Ben White went off, we kind of lost it at the back. Why? Because holding isn't the quickest. And then, we start to get a little bit disjointed. Plus, players are getting tired and substitutions are being made and the game starts to open out a little bit. But when you've got Ben White and Gabriel there, wow, we can press very high because they've both got the pace to get them out of them to deal with the balls over the top.
I will say, you're mentioning Ben White right now. His crossover balls to Tierney, I mean...
Quality.
We did a player profile on Ben White. A lot of people have talked about Ben White, and we said he's worth the 50 in terms of the transfer market, British players and stuff like that, Kev. And we spoke to Leeds United fans, Brighton fans. It's just a couple games, but there's certain players that come into the team and are making a difference. And Lokonga and Ben White are doing that right now.
Yep, Ben White, I thought he had a really good game. Lokonga, I thought, was outstanding. Lokonga, to me, looks ready. He looks ready. If it was Thursday today and he was playing tomorrow, I wouldn't have any problems with him playing against Brentford. I think he's a really, really good player. Mm-hmm. Ben White, I think he's going to make us better. Obviously, he came off because he's lacking a little bit of to save him, a little bit of match fitness.
Holding didn't play, by the way, yesterday. You mentioned Holding I just want to address everyone. He didn't mean Holding played yesterday.
Yeah, I'm talking about Holding as a player.
Slow as a player,
as a player.
Okay?
Yeah, not
just
that
want to clarify that.
Yeah, not that he played yesterday, but because normally he's the one who starts Holding. And, he's not good enough. But I thought Lokonga on the ball is outstanding. Very comfortable, kept us ticking over. Didn't get caught in possession much when you consider it's a North London derby. And you're right, Soph, there is no friendlies. You saw them putting tackles in.
They did.
Left, right and centre. Dele Alli was putting it about. So, and even, Arteta getting involved, which I loved. Hey, I loved it because it means something. But we know we've got gaps in the team, Sophie, and they do need to be addressed.
They do. And I totally agree with you, Shay. He's going to have a chance soon. Has anyone come up with one yet? If they haven't, Ashton is saying, ooh, Sambi Lokonga. I mean, I don't know. But Kev, when you and I have been talking a lot, and I said 17 million, Vincent Kompany stamped, Thierry Henry stamped. He's not coming to be a bit part player. These people, some experts, other podcasters saying he's not ready when he's ready. Stop. He should be the first, when Thomas Partey's injured, he should be the first midfielder on the team sheet, Kev. Do you agree with me?
Well, when him and Thomas Partey played, I know it's only pre-season, but that's all we got to look at. When they played together, they were both outstanding. Lokonga is ready to start. No danger. He might be young, but he's good enough. So he can start. If Partey's not going to be fit, like probably he isn't going to be, then Lokonga and probably Xhaka starts.
Yeah, and been saying it all along. He's ready. I mean, he's so ready, and it's good to see you guys in some of the deficiencies that we're going to talk about. I think it's also important to highlight the highlights, okay? And again, you see some of these players, they're going to be the ones that are going to be the most consistent. It was good to see Saka back. When he came on and when Balogun came on, Kev, there was more pace about the team. There was a little bit more ingenuity, more movement. We played a little bit faster. We couldn't get that goal. I just don't understand. Why can't we score, Kev? Why can't we score?
We ain't good enough at the minute.
Saka had a chance too. He's got to start finishing those
We're
chances.
not. We haven't been good enough in front of goal. But you know what? It will be fine on Friday. You watch and see. We'll be all right.
I don't think so. We'll get to that.
No, I know you don't think so, but I do.
All right. Okay, we'll get to that. Here we go. So the high line, we've addressed that. Are we going to be adaptable, though, Kev, to teams we play?
We have to.
But he's not.
Who's not?
Arteta. It doesn't
Why
seem
is he
like
not?
he's adaptable.
Well, how is he
it
not when
seems
he's played three? When he's played three at the back and four
Well, he
at the
did.
back?
Well, no, he played three at the back when Ben White came off and Chambers came in, and it didn't look good, and that's when we conceded.
But that's football. But you can't say he's not adaptable when he's adapted.
No, but he's okay. He's adapted, but at the same time, he's adapting to something he knows what the end result's going to be. So my point is if you know
how
you
does
have
he know what the end result's going to be?
Because it's the same result all the time.
No, but you don't adapt knowing what the end result because you don't know what the end result's going to be. So
no, but he does because it's been evident this whole time. This is why I keep saying anyone who thinks we're going to improve with Chambers in the team is delusional. Anyone who thinks we're going to improve with El Neni in the team is delusional. I mean, it's just delusional. I mean, he just keeps doing those same things. So let me ask you this as a player. Have you played for a manager who has wanted to play, for example, a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2 or whatever it is, Kev? Tactical, you name the formation, but the players can't execute it, and he's adapted to the talent that he has. It just doesn't seem like we're adapting to the players we have. We keep trying to do something that we're either not good at or we're not good at coaching at.
Well, I disagree. Sophie, the professional football players for Arsenal Football Club. A lot of these players have got loads of games under their belt. I don't understand how you expect a manager to ask them to do stuff that they can't do.
But they can't do it.
But they can do it. They've proven they can do it, but not consistently. And this is the problem. This is our problem.
But it's not even consistent in any.
No, that's what I just said. They haven't been able to do it consistently. Our issue is we need players who are consistent. We've mentioned this at the end of last season. We've mentioned this throughout preseason. We need players who can do it consistently. Our problem is we don't have them. That's why we're here and we're still looking at gaps in our squad.
Okay, so let me twist the question a little bit differently then.
Twist it how you want. Twist it how you want.
We're always talking about, he wants to play out from the back, but there's so many mistakes that come out from the back, right? But at the same time, everyone keeps saying, and even Andrew Arsblog and everyone who's been on this show has said, we were the third best defensive team last season. We still finished 8th, right? So, Kev, is our biggest problem now the front line versus the back line and midfield? If the season starts...
It's our midfield. Forget the back line, forget the forwards. It's our midfield. It's our midfield.
It's not the midfield's fault that Lacazette and Lacazette I don't blame as much. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Saka can't score.
Listen, it's our midfield.
Why is it the midfield's fault that they can't finish?
No, I'm not saying that's their fault that they can't finish. I'm saying not just yesterday. I'm talking about in general now, because we're going into the first game of the season on Thursday. Our problem has been the midfield, the engine room of our team. Because you know what the engine room does, Sophie? When you don't score, you don't lose.
But it's not the midfield's primary job to score.
Is. No, it's the midfield.
It's to create.
It's the midfield's primary job to do two things. When you have the ball, to be creative and to supply, and if you can score, but when you haven't got the ball, you've got to protect your back four and you've got to break the ball down. That is the job of a midfield, the engine room. That's why it's so important to get that part of the pitch right, and we haven't got it right yet.
You and I have said many times, without a good midfield, we're toast. Every top team, it's the nucleus. It's, you're on a ship, they're steering. They're so important. But Kev, when chances fall, like it fell to Saka when he came on as a substitute and he didn't finish, Aubameyang hasn't scored a preseason goal. There have been players that have created for them, but they have not been able to score.
Yeah, but
that's
happens.
Not the midfield's fault.
I never said it's Sophie. I never said it's the midfield's fault. I said our real problem has been the midfield. The fact strikers will miss chances. It's inevitable.
Chances for over a year, Kev.
Sophie, they score goals as well. But what I'm saying is we haven't had that consistency. This has been our problem.
So now the problem isn't that Aubameyang can't score. The problem is that he's not getting enough chances to score.
No, that's you saying that. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that strikers are missing chances will happen. It will. It's inevitable that will happen. The fact that Saka missed, the fact that Aubameyang missed, the fact that Lacazette hit the post, etc. It happens. We're not clinical enough at the moment.
It's not at the moment, Kev. It's been for an entire year.
No, but we're talking about now.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah, but we know look, what's gone is gone.
But it hasn't changed. Now. That's the point. It hasn't changed.
We're talking about now. We're going into a new season.
Okay, and I'm telling you that now nothing has changed.
And
since
I'm
last
saying
season.
to you, we're still not clinical enough. So when I talk about bringing in somebody who's different, where Crossy's coming and Tammy Abraham could get onto it, gooners are telling me he's not good enough. Bloody nonsense. Absolute snobs, gooners. No chance. We need something different. We need someone who can get some scruffy goals as well.
We definitely need that.
What is our plan? But what is our plan B? Our plan B isn't taking one off and bringing one on who plays virtually the same way. That don't make sense.
Let me ask you this. By the way, someone wrote in the chat, which was fantastic, that when Kev goes silent, I get really scared. Oh, it's Mark. I love it. Kev, let me ask you this then. Can Lacazette and Aubameyang, in our transitional phase right now, where we're lacking goals and we can't score, should they even be starting together in the same team?
I don't understand. Well, Aubameyang's the real problem. Lacazette isn't the problem because a couple of games ago, didn't Lacazette score? So, again, you're saying that we don't score.
No. Who would you start? Who would you start against Brentford?
Hold on. Yeah, the main boys will start. The main players will start.
They're not doing anything, Kev.
The main players will start. You asked me, and now you're questioning what my answer. You've asked me, and I've answered.
So you would have Lacazette down the middle.
Yes.
Ober on the left.
Yes.
And Pepe on the other side.
Yes.
And then Saka, ESR, and Lokonga.
Well, one of them. No.
Saka can't play.
Well, Saka might be on the bench.
Because he's going to rest him, maybe.
No, not rest him. He's just come back a bit later.
So then you got ESR.
Yep.
And then you've got Lokonga and Xhaka.
Mm-hmm.
And Tierney, White, Holding, and Chambers. Or Chambers and Cedric.
No. Or Mari.
No,
White.
Mari.
Yeah. I reckon he'll play.
Because Brentford can score goals.
I reckon Mari will play. And Leno, that's the 11.
So you wouldn't bench
nobody
Oba
or
Laka?
Why? No.
I'm not giving myself a yellow. Why would I do that?
Low Star London.
Virginia takes a lot to rattle, Kev, by the way. Let me tell you.
I'll tell you now. For me, that's Kev, just for me. Just for me, no chance.
Aubameyang needs to start scoring and quick. We've got all the servers around. See, this is what I think. Also, the manager playing him left wing doesn't help. But hold on a second. This is the part that I just think to myself. In his best season, he played from the left, Kev.
Yeah.
Why is this debate happening now? Is it because of Arteta's tactics?
Because it's easy. It's an excuse to be the manager with, to beat like Aubameyang with. What? It's to beat the manager. He started on the left and he scored plenty of goals from the left. Let's stop that nonsense now, please. Stop it.
He's been he's been played with different players. He's been played, he's got Saka, he's got ESR, he had Odegaard, he's had Ceballos, he couldn't score with a map and a compass last season. Couldn't find the goal with a map and a compass last season. Had his best season on the left, scoring goals, won the FA Cup, all of these things. So why isn't Arteta adapting and saying, you know what, I'm going to throw him down the middle?
Well, he done that last season.
Which also didn't work.
Well, so
you're getting to my point.
No,
so
I'm not getting to your point. I'm getting to you asked me. No, you asked me, would I start him? And I said, yes, I would.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but that's your opinion. You asked me. So I've answered the question.
Do you feel there's going to be a chance for Balogun and Martinelli to have a chance because Aubameyang's literally going to play his way out of the team? Did you see how frustrated Arteta got with him on the sideline? There was a play that came, I think it was in the second half, where we had a really good play. It was a good break, and he fluffed his lines again. It happened a couple times, maybe 3 times, and the Arteta literally turned around and put his arms up in the air and got really frustrated with him.
Happens. It does happen. It does.
Kev, come on. You need to be a bit harder on Oba. You're a striker.
No, hold on a minute. You're telling me about something that the manager done. It happens. I don't know what you want me to say, Soph. Because he is our best striker and he's going to start.
He's not our best striker right now.
He is our best striker and he's going to start.
On paper, he is.
He is our best striker. So
For
me, he starts.
In my predictions, I said Aubameyang will have a resurgent season, and now I'm starting to think I'm going to look like a fool.
Yeah, but Soph, we're talking before a ball's been kicked.
But it
starts on Friday.
Well, actually, it started against Chelsea a little bit.
No, it didn't. It starts on Friday.
So pre-season now doesn't matter.
No, listen. What matters is how you start the season, because whether you beat Chelsea or you lose to Chelsea, it has no relevance to what happens on Friday. Friday is the first time it's for 3 points. That's what matters most. I've been involved with teams that have won all the way through pre-season.
Oh, we've had shit pre-seasons and won the title.
Exactly. So again.
But we're not winning the title, Kev.
No,
we're not even getting into the top.
No, I never said we're winning the title. What I'm saying is that pre-season is built to try and get you up to speed for the first game. And that's what, like I said, I didn't think we played too bad. I thought we were pretty good for an hour yesterday. Our problem is we couldn't finish. So the strikers just have to get their scoring boots on.
Okay, well, Ashton, we are also glad that you have subscribed to this channel. We appreciate all of our new listeners. You guys are absolute rock stars. Thanks so much for tuning in.
How many in the chat, Soph?
421, Kev. You tell them.
Listen, guys, hit that like button if you love the Arsenal. Because you know what? We need minimum 50% on there. Come on. Minimum.
You know the rules of the house. Tell them, Kev. Listen. Literally break the like button if you don't, you could smash it, rub it, caress it, or just tap it, and you'll be all right. Because if you don't do that, you must support the other lot. You must support the other lot. I don't know what it is. Every time I see Son celebrating a goal, I just want to smack my head against the wall. I literally want to take my head and smash it against the wall, Kev. Do I have problems? That's a problem, isn't it?
Well, it's been a bit too much. He's been scoring quite a bit, and that's the problem.
I just can't.
Well, he's their talisman now, isn't he? He's their talisman now, and If we're really honest, you know, we need our talisman to step up on Friday. We really do.
How many times have we said that since last season?
Yeah, but it's this season now, so forget last season. That's gone. Here we are again. Season starts on Friday, Soph. Nice Oba brace. That'll do us.
Listen, I tell you, I would love it, and you know it. I just want someone to tell Oba that summer camp is over. Okay?
Holiday in Greece. Holiday in Greece is over.
Summer camp is very, very over. Look, it's okay, David. I'm fine. I don't have to be careful. I'm just saying, like, I just hate losing to them. Even if it was a children's match, I would be like...
Oh, man.
Kev, let's talk about another point here. Top 5 talking points. Monday Madness. You're listening to the Highbury Squad with the legend that is Super Kevin Campbell and moi. And another one for you right here. I've got my notes. So we've done Lokonga. He must start. Period.
Yep.
End of, right?
He'll start.
We've talked about the high line, and you've addressed that. I just think we need to be a bit cautious about this, because when we play against really good teams, we're gonna get whipped. It's bad. He doesn't have the person. You know, like sometimes you're doing a job, Kev, and you're thinking, he's not really good at that, but he's good at that. So I'm going to help him do this.
Sophie, can I help you with that a little bit?
Yes.
When you play against teams who dominate the ball, you don't defend so high. Because they're controlling the ball. So you have to retreat, especially if there's no pressure on the ball.
What did you think about yesterday then against Tottenham?
We had most of the possession. That's why you can defend high. Because anytime they won the ball and we hunt the ball back, anytime they tried to play real long balls over the top, we dealt with it. But there will be time. Remember, there will be times when they play through you. That's just football. You can't stop them all the time.
Kev, this is what worries me about setting up Lokonga to fail with a Xhaka or an El Neni next to him, because then I don't want Arsenal fans getting on Lokonga. Oh, he can't do it. He can't hack it in the Premier League. Oh, he can't play this. He can't play that. It matters who plays around you. Ben White was more exposed because Pablo Mari's a snail. I mean, literally, I have a snail in my garden. Moves faster than Pablo Mari.
Yeah.
So this is the problem about what you've been saying this whole time. If we had a Basuma right now, you start Basuma and Lokonga against Brentford. But we're not going to do that, are we, Kev?
No.
A lot of fans in the chat are asking for me to ask you, do you think Aubameyang is only giving 50% right now? They're questioning what he's giving to the team.
But they can question, because they're fans. They can question. But I just think it's not been happening for Aubameyang. It's, you know, as a striker, what tends to, one goal changes everything. Let me tell you, one goal changes everything, right? And it looks as though Aubameyang he looks like he's not up to speed. We've seen him in other games have great chances. Against Chelsea, he looked lively. He just couldn't score. And that has carried on. He needs a goal. He's desperate for a goal. And any goal, one that comes off his shin and goes in the net, that will get him started. Because whether we like it or not, goals change the tempo of Aubameyang. But he's just not got it yet.
Have you ever been through this kind of...
Yeah, of course.
When, Kev? This kind of thing that Aubameyang's going through now?
Well, obviously, when I played, you do go through it. I've been through it at Arsenal. I've been through it at virtually every club. It happens. But the key to it is you keep getting in there. You have to keep missing. Because you don't go to miss, you go to score. But it's not happening for you. Then all of a sudden, one goes in and you're straight back online.
So there's a stat that James just put up here. I want to try and find it. because this is a really important. This is probably our biggest conundrum. If we're going to have not as much business come through towards the end of the window, it's so important that Aubameyang does find his feet. So James is saying Aubameyang, his best season at Arsenal, he played 51 games, amassed 31 goals, and 38 of those was playing as a centre forward. It's not a stick to beat Arteta with. It's clear and easy as that. Wait, hold on a second. If he knows that he can get more goals out of him as a centre forward, of course it's the stick to beat Arteta with. Isn't it, Kev? And also, by the way, there's still a bundle of goals that he got from the left side.
Yeah, but listen, the key to it is this. Where is Aubameyang best? Aubameyang
Up front.
is not best with his back to goal. He is not. He is not best there. He has proven, right, that he can score goals from the left or centre forward. So, therefore, even at Dortmund, he never played as a number 9. He played off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the best out of Oba with his attributes, but it's just not happening at the moment.
For him, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And you know what? I remember also when you covered a few Arsenal games last season, you came back, you were texting me as well. You were saying they're making runs slow. We're too slow. They're not finding them. They're not finding them. And now it seems like, Kev, in all of our preseason games, we still have that tempo. We haven't addressed that tempo. And maybe that will change as the Premier League proper kicks in.
Yeah, look, I honestly think when you're playing preseason, half of it is not to get injured. Really not to get injured. Yeah, you're playing some games and you have a goal, etc. But trust me, everything is geared to Brentford on Friday, because that's where you earn your money. That is where you earn your money. And I expect Oba to turn up. If he doesn't, then obviously Mikel Arteta might have to look at it. But to start with, Oba starts.
I mean, you're going to give him a few games, Kev. And then as a manager, you know you're on the hot seat. You've got Man City coming. You've got Chelsea coming. You've got a North London derby at the end of September. You don't want to get into October with having 10, 12 points. This is a serious issue. And I hope that he really does get off to a flying start. I really do. Because it can ignite the team in so many different ways.
Listen,
but now,
Oba buzzing, we are a different outfit. If Oba's scoring goals, we are a different team.
Of course.
We need to give him something. We need to give him something to get him going. It's important for us. So important.
He's missed a lot of chances in pre-season. I'm just saying. I know we got to give him something.
No, he has.
It matters.
No. That's what I'm saying. So he's missed a lot of chances. He's had opportunities. Not as if he hasn't. He's had opportunities to score, but it just hasn't happened for him. So come the start of the season where the level goes up. This is the time for Oba. He's got to step up now. Captain, he's got to step up.
And if he doesn't, I mean, I think people have been harsh on Lacazette. I think Lacazette has actually good stats if you look deep and hard at them. And also when you look and see what Lacazette does off the ball, we've talked about this. But give him a good number 10 and, you know, who knows? Could win the Golden Boot. I mean, we're literally a couple signings away of having a decent season versus maybe a catastrophic season. That's how it feels right now, Kev.
Yeah, we're desperate for a 10.
Okay.
We are desperate for a 10. And we saw the difference when Odegaard came in last season, didn't we? The way he knits things together, you know, the passes that he can play, the cleverness. That's what we lack.
How many games do you think Arteta will tolerate Oba not scoring?
I don't know. Well, there's a lot of big games coming early. So he's going to need him for them. Maybe 4 or 5 games. Maybe. It just depends. And it depends how he's playing. And if the one thing is, if he's getting opportunities and not taking them, That's a striker's lot sometimes. A striker's lot, you're not always going to score. But we need Oba more this season than ever. We do.
Let me ask you this. This is where things get a little bit tricky, Kev, because we don't want to criticize the young players. They're just starting out. We want to give them a chance, right? ESR didn't have a good game against Tottenham. Would you agree with that?
I thought he done all right. I thought he done all right. Again, not brilliant, but I thought he done all right. Breaking from that midfield, strong runner, good on the ball. A lot of our approach play, Sophie, is messed up because we don't finish. If we could finish some of these opportunities, then we'd say, oh, do you know what? Look at the way Smith Rowe turned his man there and drove forward. That's important to the way we play. Our problem is everything boils down to that last, most important part is putting the ball in the back of the net, Sophie.
Okay, so my fourth talking point for tonight was Arteta's comments after the game, and one in particular, which was where he said, we have what we have right now, we're working with what we've got, etc., etc. That, to me, was another red flag, just like the comment last week, judge us at the end of the season. I know he also is, he's the manager, but he's also a politician in a sense that he's very protective of the owners. I mean, he stood up for them. He's gone out on a limb for them publicly. He also said that he has the full backing of the owners, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
How much faith will be lost in him if we can't shift some of the players that we have and we don't get at least two more players that we need?
Yeah, hold on, Soph. The fact of we can't shift players isn't down to the manager.
Well, I mean, I could sell. I have to go down and sell something.
The problem is nobody wants them. It's not up to the manager to shift them. It's other teams got to want them. And nobody wants them, Soph.
I know, but then you're seeing, I know we've had this. I don't want to be
No, but you're saying it's down to the manager. It's not.
No, but
opposition managers have to want these players.
Understand that, but also he still has to manage what he's got, and he's not improving this team. It's not improved.
Can I ask a question? What do you mean by manage these players who nobody wants and improve it? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying
because I'm lost.
Okay, I'm telling you that if we don't move some of these players on, it's a huge
where are we
failure
moving them to?
Anywhere, sell them.
I'm just trying to say to you, Sophie, nobody wants them.
Do you know what really I find really offensive, Kevin? Really offensive is during the pandemic and COVID, all of these teams are taking out loans and they're taking out like government stuff and they got called out on it and they're sending their money back and they're all crying like it's so hard without fans. We're losing game day receipts and all this stuff. And look at all the money being spent. Look at all of the money being spent in a time where some people can't even put food on the table. And I understand that it's a different world. It's a different life. They live in a different universe, and I get it. But don't tell me, as Arsenal Football Club, write a check and get rid of Kolasinac. Write a check and get rid of all of these players. Willock, that's a great sale to Newcastle. We'll get to that in just a second. We're already running out of time. You telling me no one wants to buy Maitland-Niles?
Well, not in a minute. Or else he'll be gone.
But how much are we doing to try and offload him, to sell him?
Hold on, Sophie. Look, you know how this works. It's not a matter of what us Arsenal doing. The other team have to want the player.
I know, but at some point, let's just not. It's a bad debt. Write it off,
Sophie. It's not.
It's not. We did it in January.
Yeah, because those players that were up at the end of the year. This is not. This is different. Sorry, this is different, Sophie. And the opposition teams have to want your players. You could be trying to sell.
Wolves wanted Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, but that was a year ago.
Well,
that was a year ago. That was a year ago. Yeah, but we didn't. That was a year ago. And that's why we're not making the same mistake with Willock. That's why we're not making the same mistake with Willock.
No, we're just more desperate than we are.
No, we're not making the same. We could have kept Willock. We could have kept him.
For what purpose? He's not going to get a chance.
Now, hold on a minute. For what purpose? Tell me how many goals we score from midfield.
We just sold a
midfield. No. I just asked a question.
Not very many.
Sold.
Not very many.
Right.
But we sold a player that can score from midfield.
He's a scorer from midfield. So you said, why would we have kept him? Exactly for that reason.
Well, he wants to go because he wants to start.
But that's what I'm saying. The point of the matter is, we have to get ruthless. We have to make money. So we get ruthless. We sell one of our young players who come from Hayland. Good move for him. Good for the club. We get money. There's a short window coming up now. What is it? 3 weeks? That's what we're working in, Soph. That is what we're working in.
So then why not take the 17 or was it 15? I can't remember million for Xhaka.
Because, Sophie,
Let's do that.
But okay, we've done it once before, but we'll do it again. How much would it cost to replace Xhaka?
But you got 22 from Willock. You knew that was coming
No.
15 million for Xhaka. You got 30 plus. You can buy a good midfielder.
No.
You said to me that.
Sophie.
Wait, you said to me that
Sophie.
Villa. Wait, you
Sophie,
told me
hold
last week.
on, I was speaking. I just asked you one question. I don't want all the stuff. I just want how much would it cost to replace Xhaka? That's all.
I told you last week it would probably cost 25 plus to replace Xhaka. But
and who would you get for 25 plus?
You said to me, Aston Villa spent money on Buendia and Bailey and all these players because they knew the Jack Grealish money was coming in. Arsenal knew the Joe Willock money was coming in.
But they've already spent money on White. They've bought Lokonga. And they've bought Tavares.
But the point is that the team still needs strengthening. You just have
we know that. But this is what I'm saying to you. It's different if you know you're getting 100 million for a player, Sophie. But we're getting 25. That's half of Ben White's fee.
What about Usain Aouar that is available for like not even 20 now, 19 million?
What about him? I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Look,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what? Jack is actually the least of our problems.
We've got 3 weeks, Sophie, to plug some of these gaps in our squad. Okay?
We're not going to do it. You've already said it. We're not doing it.
I've said we're not going to plug them all. No chance. I don't think we'll plug them all because we need 5 players. I can't see us getting 5 players. I would love to be proven wrong. If I'm proven wrong, good on you. But I can't see 5 players. I could see maximum 3.
You know, Lone Star, everyone's dealing with all of these issues. Let's stop making excuses. All right. Chelsea sold a player that's kicked 1 ball in the Premier League to Crystal Palace for 20 plus million. Liverpool, the same thing. We are so disrespected in the transfer market because we've been so useless. We've been so pathetic about doing business. We don't even know our arse from our elbow when it comes to writing proper contracts. It's a shame. It's shameful. You know that scene in Game of Thrones where Cersei's going down the street? Shame. That should be everyone that was involved in creating contracts and involved in Arsenal transfers for the last 10 years.
The Arsenal legacy.
It's a joke.
It's still a backpack on us. It's still a burden for us to carry.
It's a huge burden.
But the only way you get through it is by dealing with it. You have to deal with it as best you can.
It's pathetic. It's really annoying. You know what? I was fine up until after that North London derby yesterday.
I know. The text told me. Jeez.
I mean,
Sophie not happy. No, I know.
Anyway, was that point number 4?
Yeah.
I don't even know what point number 5 is anymore, Kev. How about point number 5? All right. We're going to do a lot of predictions. We're going to do some predictions with David Hillier on tomorrow's show and stuff like that. But point number 5 is this. If we know we have what we have and we're going into the season with what we know we have, are you expecting anything to change?
Yeah, there's different players there. I'm expecting. Listen, I'm expecting people to turn up this season. Fans are in the stadiums. It should be more of a spectacle. And it's not as if we haven't signed anybody. We have signed some players. Not all the players and not all the gaps. But if you look at Arsenal's team on paper, we ain't the worst team in the world, Soph. That's for sure. We are not. So I expect us to do better than we did last season. That's for sure. We still got holes to plug, 100%. And I think we are desperate to get Gabriel back to form that partnership with Ben White at the back. I think that's going to be a real key to our season. But do I expect things to get better? I definitely do expect us to be better because we got different players.
You mean Ben White and Lokonga?
Yeah. And possibly a couple more. We'll see.
Yeah. If Pepe has a really good season, I can see things improving, but I don't know.
I think they all got to turn up, Soph.
You know, Brentford are going to be gung-ho. It's their first game in the Premier League after being promoted. They're at home. You know, they've got some talent. They play really stylish way of, of football. And they've got Ivan Toney, who's a beast. And a lot of people in chat are asking me this question. Leicester won. By the way, it was really weird not being in the Community Shield, wasn't it, the other day? Kind of used to being in that little competition. Says, Casey, are we better than Leicester City? It's not Kevin Says tonight, but I'll throw in a couple questions for you. How about that?
At the moment, no. We're not at the moment. No, we're not at the moment. They're more of a settled team than us at the moment. But again, we'll see.
Yeah. Hotcake, Sophie, Arteta speaks to players to get an idea of their current desire. If they haven't got it despite their ability, they don't get played. Yeah, like Saliba. Current desire? Do you really think he talks to them about their desires?
I'd like to think so. Honestly, I'd like to think so.
I desire a cheesecake?
And, well, do you know what? I desire to play well.
You guys ripped me to shreds last season when I said, some players and need motivation, like inspirational kind of talk. There's young players, arms around them. And now you're telling me he talks to them about their desires?
Of course. This has been the problem all of last season.
Oh, what
where you said,
hold on. A pillow when we travel to Europe. Oh, that's right. We're not in Europe.
When we talked about inept performances, impotent performances, you remember?
Yes.
Your words, not mine.
Word. Yes.
That is because there's a lack of desire, Sophie. So I want my manager to find out if they've got the desire to put their bodies on the line.
So you're okay with that, but not with the motivational talk?
It's not motivation. It's a test to see if they're willing to put their bodies on the line.
Did George Graham ever ask you about your desires?
George Graham always used to talk about desire. Always.
Really?
Always.
Like what?
Listen, going out there in training and going out there in a match is the same thing. We have to have the desire to run over the opposition. Because desire is to want to do it. If a player, hold on, you asked the question, so let me finish. If the player does not want to do it once he crosses that white line, all of a sudden, I hear the manager needs to motivate them. No, they should be motivated before they cross that white line.
But if they talk to them about desire, why can't they speak to them about motivation and inspiration? What is the difference?
Because you're a professional footballer. At the moment, I have to talk to you about being motivated.
So it's ambition. It's not desire. It's ambition.
No, it's desire. What ambition? You have to have, Sophie, you have to have the desire to beat your opponent, to better your opponent, individual battles and collectively. And then the ambition is to win. If you don't have the desire, like we saw last season.
Well, right now, Oba doesn't have the motivation, clearly. So that's a key factor too.
No, he does have the motivation. He's just not scoring goals like he used to.
So maybe he needs a tea time desire conversation.
It happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the top 5 talking points for today. Almost 500 of you in live chat. It's been
250 likes. Come on, the Arsenal squad.
You better, you know, up your game.
Do you know what I'm going to do, Soph?
You're going to tell me
tomorrow.
You're going to tell me what you desire.
Tomorrow, I want you to tell me how many likes we got.
Because you're going to teach everyone a lesson, and if they're not up, then literally we're going to do some of this, right? Everyone better get ready.
No, you'll see what I do tomorrow.
Kev, this whole, can you see my point though with the motivation and inspiration? It's the same as desire. Talk to your players. You know, some players in today's world, a lot of the kids, let me take this off, by the way. I don't want to feel like you're having a go at me when I haven't even said anything yet.
I haven't got any cards there, so I'm stumped.
Desire is a good thing in life. Demsek, thank you. Sophie, the hybrid squad is what it is because of the desire in it. Like because our desire.
The desire is to put out quality
sometimes
content.
Kev motivates me every day. He helps me.
But I don't have to discuss the motivation with you, do I? No, I don't. I don't have to discuss it.
No, but you inspire. I think we
corrected
the word motivation to inspire.
But we don't have to talk about it, do we?
It's just our actions, which is what leads me to believe that maybe they're not getting that.
No, but this is why when they cross the white line, it's about the desire to do it.
Cross the white line in a minute. Right.
No yellow cards, you.
Give myself.
A yellow for Sophie. Yellow. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. I got a yellow.
You're the first.
Right. Kev, we're going to start a new segment on the Highbury squad this season. Okay. And this is what it's called. It's Talented Gooners. That's right. Talented Gooners. Let me get rid of this little banner right here. Talented Gooners. There are a lot of them in our community. All right. Our people, our community, and they're doing a lot of great things. And I did want to share a few pictures with you for our first Talented Gooner. And then we're going to bring someone in for a real quick second because we're already at 1:01, right? Peter Lewis, who's been a guest on this show, who is has been a season ticket holder at the Arsenal for a gazillion years, is a very talented photographer, Kev. And if I show you these pictures, you won't even believe like the talent, to be honest with you. He actually took these pictures. So today's Talented Gooner is Peter Lewis. You can follow him on Twitter. You can find him at Peter Lewis. I'll get his handle in a second. These are actually his shots. This is a moon plane. All right. This is his picture of the eclipse. This is his shot of the strawberry moon. This is a picture he took in November of Saturn. A shot he took of the solar system. A picture of Jupiter and Saturn, which is unbelievable. I like all this stuff. I'm a bit of a nerd. And this is his picture of Jupiter. We've got a lot of talented gooners out there, Mr. Super Kevin Campbell. And
hey, listen, and it's a good segment to showcase them.
Right.
100%. Well done, Peter.
I love it. And I will give you his handle right now because I know there's a lot of Peter Lewis's on Twitter. So let me give you this handle right now. I need an assistant. Who wants to be my assistant?
I want to know where Peter Lewis's pictures of the Arsenal are.
Peter Lewis 55 on Twitter. Follow him. Peter Lewis 55. He's so talented. And on this season of the Highbury squad on Monday Madness, we will be showcasing talented gooners. So if you have a talent and you want to share it, please send it to us, thehighburysquad@gmail.com. And you could be highlighted here. Your business, yourself, your passion, whatever it is, talented gooners, we're coming for you. So please make sure that you send your stuff with us.
Sophie,
Super Kev. Yes.
Don't let Newman on.
Can you imagine what Newman's talent would be? That would be crazy. Crazy. All right. I'm going to bring someone in just real quick for a couple of minutes. I mean, sometimes his couple of minutes go on longer than my couple of minutes. I'm just telling you. But I'm bringing him for a reason because there's a very special event happening in the Arsenal community on Thursday. And joining the show for a couple of seconds real quick is Magic Mike.
Magic!
What's up, guys?
It's time to play this.
Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance.
He went. They said we've both been dancing all this time. What a coincidence.
I've been recognized at so many ladies' clubs because of that video. You have no idea. It's great to see you. I love how you've like 8 times mentioned that this is just going to be for a couple of minutes. Like, are you thinking that I might stretch it out longer?
I mean, I said join 5 minutes before the end, and I already took it. I
love that.
Tell everyone about Thursday.
I love that picture of Saturn, though. I was told once that if someone had taken like a time-lapse video of me dancing, it would look like the planet Saturn. Take that for what you will. But how you been?
Well, we're good. We're very good. Yeah, we're done. We're done debating. We're done debating.
I love the fact that you guys can look like you're right on the edge of like permanently falling out, and then just bring it right back to the mutual respect. That's a
magic.
Fantastic duo.
I don't want to get a yellow or red card. That's I tried to keep that record.
Can't wait till my new mic's coming tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have my hands free. Check it, magic. I got my notes. I got my pen. Got my little referee book. Got my red. Got my yellow.
One of these times we got to do a podcast where we just turn the camera around and like you can see how messy my office is. You can see all the stuff that you have nearby.
Oh yeah.
Kevin's place will be immaculate.
Tell us what's happening on Thursday before we go.
It actually starts on Wednesday. We're doing. I keep coming up with ideas that I don't know that I can even pull off, but we're going to try this. We're going to do a 24-hour podcast-a-thon. It starts at 7 p.m. UK on Wednesday. That's 2 p.m. Eastern here in the U.S. And it ends at 7 p.m. UK on Thursday. The lineup of guests that we have is ridiculous. I don't know if we're going to have any guests on for the rest of the season because we're having them all on this one show. But basically, it's going to be a fundraising drive. It starts now. If you go to goonersvcancer.com now, you can donate. And not only will you be in the main Gooner raffle, which is still in front of us this summer, but there's going to be a 24-hour this week only raffle where you can get signed kits from the likes of Kevin Campbell, Lee Dixon, Alan Smith, and you can get brand new Arsenal jerseys with your player name on it if you want, as long as it's not Xhaka or Chambers. We're going to throw Sofa Bone there. We're also giving away Ruth Beck art. A lot of talented artists in the Arsenal universe. Ruth Beck is great. She does Arsenal related art. We have a couple Gooners versus Cancer shirt. We have a couple of 89 t-shirts. I think Kev, you've seen that 89 t-shirt with the famous call from what was his name? Driving me crazy right now. The guy who called the Anfield 89 game.
Brian Moore.
I'm sorry?
Brian Moore?
Yeah, Brian Moore. It slipped my mind. Yeah. But the guest list that we're going to be having starting at 7 p.m., it's going to be the likes of, let me get this list up here, Elliot from Arsenal Vision, Alan Smith, Simon Collins, Chris Wheatley. We're doing a game with Mike McDonald. We got Not Another Arsenal Podcast, James McNicholas, a.k.a. Gunner Blog, Mark Brindle, who's the supporters liaison for Arsenal, Lee Dixon, James Benge, Charles Watts, Perry Groves. We're going to almost be done by the time that Super Kev and Super Soph come on. You're going to see an exhausted me when you guys come on, but it will be Dickie Bo Thursday, and I won't forget. Same old Arsenal, and then we're just going to finish off with prize drawing. So tune in anytime. We'll be live. It's going to be something. I will not be on the red wine because there's no way I can make it 24 hours if I do that. So
this is going to be so interesting, Kev. Do you think they're going to do you think?
Yeah, they'll do it. They need the lift. They need a lift when we come on, so we'll help Mike bring it on.
We'll help you bring it home, Mike.
We do it out of love, and we do it for vanity as well as charity. But yeah, 24 hours. I can do 24 hours. I just don't know if I can talk the entire time. So we'll see how it goes.
There's a bunch of squaddies asking you for the schedule, like they want a breakdown of the time so they can tune in.
The schedule has been posted. If you follow us on @GoonersVCancer or @the Gooners Pod, the schedule. Hold on, where's the thing? Where's my bell?
It's
the schedule.
Yeah.
The schedule is posted on Twitter, and
okay.
And you can see it. It's constantly evolving, but the lineup is just insane. You're not going to want to sleep. You're not going to want to go to the bathroom. You're just going to want to be plugged in front of your computer for 24 straight hours.
So you got Perry Groves on, and then you got Casey right after Perry. I mean that's
yeah.
just like
It's going to be a lull of an afternoon starting at noon on Thursday. We got Lee Dixon, James Bench, Charles Watts, Perry Groves, and then the two of you. I mean,
I mean the closers. What can I say?
Bring it home.
Bring you guys in. Yeah,
bring it
home.
home.
You guys in to just like really get it done. We're going to give away. Kev doesn't know this yet, but we're giving away a signed shirt from Super Kev while you guys are on the air. We're going to do the same thing when Lee Dixon is on. Same thing when Alan Smith is on. And some of these giveaways are going to be early in the show, so don't wait till the end to donate. Because if you haven't donated by the time we give something away, then you can't win the thing that we're giving away.
Epic.
How was that 2 minutes?
That's
brilliant.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
That's
brilliant
Thursday,
Magic.
you guys. Absolutely brilliant. Magic.
Wednesday night at 7.
Okay. We will share, we will retweet, and you're right, Mark. It's the Live Aid of podcasts. It's about time. Brilliant. Well said, well put. Magic Mike, we will be there to support, and we will do whatever we can to help bring it home between now and Thursday as well. As always, fantastic job that you're doing with Gooners versus Cancer. You rock.
Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate your help and your loyalty and your assistance. So always good to see you. And
you know what? Stay. We're leaving anyway, right, Kev? We're leaving. We're over. The show's over.
I'm giving Mike doubles. He's getting doubles.
Kev's going to take us out.
Listen, Magic. Listen, everybody go and support Gooners versus Cancer. Great podathon coming up Wednesday to Thursday, which is fantastic. Sophie, hostess with the mostest, as always, on the Monday Madness, 5 questions. Got a little bit narky, and she got a yellow card, which is always nice. Magic.
Too much desire.
Always too much desire. You see, there you go.
Desiree. I kept hearing about this.
Boy, you behave about Desiree. And everyone, thanks again, squaddies. Don't forget, if you love the Arsenal, hit the like button. And you know what comes next? We'll see you tomorrow. And squaddies, at ease.